All right, we're all logged in. We're just going to jump right into the calls here. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. And as I'm calling, I will answer them as I go along. You'll notice in the stream there are a few questions that will pop in and out. Please answer those as they do, as well as there's some links to my shop and my different services that I offer, where you can submit inquiries and hop on my calendar, as well as a link to Cold Calling Isn't Dead, my group. Right now we have 162 members in there. It's a great group where we do idea shares and best practices, where we just make each other better. No services or products are sold from a bunch of marketers. No spam, just straight tips and hints and hacks to be able to get better. Enough of the self promo. I'm just going to get right into the calls. And as always, questions you have, just go ahead and put it in the comments. And as I'm calling, I will get to them. Let's have some fun. Hello? They must have hung up on me. Call them right back. They're not going to answer this time. Go figure, right? On to the next. So this is a $869,000 canceled listing. They took it off the market 17 days ago. So with canceled listings, and it being that it was only on the market 17 days.
Hello?
Good morning, Monica. Hi, Monica.
Hello?
Monica, this is Jeremy calling about the property that you're selling on Treetops. Can you hear me
I
okay?
don't know.
What was that?
I don't know any English.
No English? Okay, is David available?
No.
What's the best phone number to reach him at?
Okay.
What's the best phone number for him, Monica?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try again. Alright, guys, clearly she doesn't have enough English to be able to understand the call, so I will just call the other phone number on here and we move on. Unfortunately, I don't know Spanish or whatever language she was speaking. So that's quite alright. We have our Spanish representative give her a call. Okay, this is a for rent by owner. So he's an investor that we're calling.
Hi, it's Troy Nowak. How can I help you?
This is Jeremy over at Frank Albert's Realty.
Come on, Jamie.
I was trying to reach Harlan Fox. Is this the right number?
Trying to reach who?
Harland.
No, this may be the wrong number.
It's
What
about
are you inquiring about?
the unit on Harbor Cove Street.
Oh, yes. So it's they're offering for sale, or I work with a company called Home Partners, where they're offering a lease as well. Are you looking to see it to purchase or rent for your clients?
Actually, no. The company I work for would be a competitor of yours. We're trying to see if they want to sell the property.
Oh, okay.
So, since they're
So,
working,
it's listed on
go ahead.
it's listed on MLS if you want to reach out to them.
Okay. Are you the listing agent?
Harbor Cove is the street name. No, sir. I'm just offering the lease with an option of purchase through Home Partners.
Because all I have that is for lease. So what's the purchase option look like?
So I offer clients the ability to lease for a year, and then after a year, they can purchase for 5% more.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of what my company does.
Do you know if the owners would be open to a traditional sale?
I believe they would. Yeah, it's on MLS. If you want to just search it, you can reach out. I'm sure they would.
Got it. Thanks for the info. I'll reach out to them.
No problem.
All right, guys. So that's a service that the owners have hired for a lease option to buy. They are selling it as well, but they're listed, so there's not much room for us. So I'll just put it in there for dead for now so we don't waste our time, and we'll just move on to the next. So this is a condo, $165,000 condo we're calling about. $850 area code. That may be something that's on the West Coast. That's all good.
Hello, we are not available now. Magic Jack customer you have called is unavailable to take your call. Please leave a message after the...
This is a $325,000 for sale by owner.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. It's Jeremy calling from Frank Albert's Realty.
Yes, Jeremy.
I was reaching out about your property that you have for sale by owner on Spring Valley.
Yes. How can I help you?
Well, I was calling on behalf of the team to inquire. Do you have an option to work with buyers agents that are that have a qualified buyer?
I'd be willing to work if you bring a buyer to the table.
Okay, great. And it's 325 that you're asking?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Well, as you know, market's really hot. You probably will have no issue selling on your own for that price. If for some reason you can't get the price you want, do you have a real estate team in place to list it?
Well, I've had several that would like to take it.
Gotcha. Well, absolutely. Everybody would love to have that listing and help you, but you know, I'm sure your main objective is to try to get it done on your own to avoid that commission. So what I can do, and what I was really calling about, is to try to get as much information as possible for our buyers team and our listing side. How much time in advance do you need to do a showing if we had a buyer?
Generally 24 hours.
Okay. And do you have any set commission you're offering, or is that something negotiable between you and the agent?
It's negotiable.
Awesome. Okay. And are you living there or is it vacant?
No, the house is vacant.
Okay. So just so you know, Frank Albert's Realty, the company I work with, our sister company is called Sublime Staging. So if you got to a point where you're going to be listing the property, one of our specialists would love to at least show you some things that we do different than the other folks that you have in your pocket before you make that decision. Would you be open to that if it came to that?
Yeah, I'd be open to it.
So I don't want to waste too much of your time because I'm calling you out of the blue, and I'm sure you're getting frustrated with talking to real estate companies about the property. So what I can do, I have an email here, the panamint at sisterisles.kn. Is that accurate?
That's it, yes.
So I'll send you one email. Yeah, I just want to send you our resume, and there will be some links to different things that we do. And if some point down the line you want to interview realtors because you're feeling like you may not get it done on your own for the price that you're looking for, I'd love to set up a time for you to meet with one of our specialists. Is that fair enough?
That's fair enough.
Awesome. And so it's 3.25. You need 24 hours to show it if we have a buyer. The property is vacant. Was this an investment property that you're letting go of, or what's the main reason you're selling it now?
We moved to Brooksville. We're retired, and we wanted a little more acreage and decent clients, so we moved up to some agricultural land in Brooksville.
Oh, very nice. So you've already moved?
The home, yeah, we've already moved. The home we own fee simple. There is no mortgage on it. We're the flat owners.
Okay.
We already have a title company lined up to make the sale, so all we need is a simple, for sale as is agreement, and we're done.
Awesome. Sounds like you've done one of these for sale by owners before.
I understand the process, having bought homes, so.
Well, you'd be surprised. Some sellers are just clueless of everything that's involved, and it sounds like you have everything put together.
Yeah.
Did you take these photos yourself, or did you have a photographer do them?
I took them myself.
Okay. Well, property looks great. If we have a buyer that's interested, one of our buyer specialists will reach out. I'm going to send that email by the end of the day. It will say, it's Jeremy. We just spoke with Frank Albert's Realty in the subject line, so you know it was from me. And just let us know if there's anything we can do to help.
Thank you very much for calling, Jeremy.
Have a good afternoon.
You too, sir. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So even though it was a good call, he didn't sound very happy about having these calls. He's probably getting a lot of calls. However, he gave us all the information we needed. So I'm going to put him in there as a nurture. What that means is he'll get emails and texts periodically from our team, as well as calls from me and my team. And we'll continue to follow up until he's ready to meet with one of our team members. And that's the whole idea, is just to get face to face and allow one of our listing specialists to do their magic, and then my job is done on my side. So I'm setting him up for a call back every week. I'm going to send him an auto email, and then we'll move on to the next phone call. But that's ideal right there for a for sale by owner type situation. He spoke to us, he gave us information, he told us why he's selling, pretty much everything that we need to know without me even asking all the questions. So that's what we call a warming up a cold lead. So now it's a nurture. The more nurtures you have, the more appointments you're going to have. The more appointments you're going to have, the more listings my team's going to get. So it all starts with the phone calls, more nurtures, more appointments, more listings, which means helping more people, and by default, more commission. Okay, so today's the 29th. We'll call him on the 6th, and then once a week, every week. And of course, if he responds to one of our marketing emails or text, we'll reach out sooner. But I'm going to put him in there as a nurturer, like I said. I'm going to assign him to one of our agents. The agent will get that information at some point today and reach out as well, just to establish the relationship. And basically at that point, we've done a handoff, and my side on jmarqeting is done. That's really what we're hired to do. Once again, guys, looks like we have about 300 people in here watching. If you guys could answer some of the questions we have in there, If you have any questions specifically to about this call session, or maybe some objections that you're reaching that you might need trouble overcoming, use me as a resource. That's what I'm here for. So the awesome thing about the system that we use, Vulcan 7, is every call is recorded. So I can record that call, or that call is already recorded, and I can send that over to the agent that we're going to assign it to, and they can listen to the phone call themselves more than just looking at my notes. Okay. So it's currently 8:02 and 11:02 on the East Coast. I'm going to be doing this session till about 8:45. So I'm going to do most of the admin work as far as email and texting after, so that way I can just move on to the next call here. You'll notice there's a link to my calendar being featured. If you guys have questions or want to talk more specifically about what I, excuse me, coffee burp, about what I do, please ask. So, like I said, Vulcan 7 is going to sync up with my email, which is Gmail and Google Calendar. So when I set the appointment in Vulcan 7 or the follow-up, automatically it will be integrated over to the Google Calendar. Then all I have to do is tag the agent and the broker that we're working for, so they have that information, and so that way we don't even have to hop on a call. It can all be done by text and email, and then we'll text Charles, the seller we just spoke to, just saying hello, as well as like a link to what the website for the company that I'm working for, and basically, that's how we open up the communication there. Right. So yeah, even though he wasn't very, excited to talk and, like super open, it was still a good call. We've gathered a lot of information, and there wasn't much more that we could do without, I didn't want to push him for an appointment. He's going to do the for sale by owner for a while. He did say that he has a few agents in mind, meaning that he doesn't have one specifically that he's going to work with, which gives us a window to be able to see if we can, get in there with. And let's see here. Okay, got that set up. And then we'll just move on to the next call here, guys. Okay. There we go.
Hello?
Hi, this is Jeremy over at Frank Albert's Realty. Can you hear me okay? Oh, she hung up. So, I do a lot of uncomfortable silences when I call to be able to read them. And clearly, she was not interested in speaking to us, so she hung up. That's okay. I'm going to call right back to see if there's something that, see if we got disconnected, and see if she hangs up again.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
She probably blocked us. That's okay. On to the next. Cancel listing. I'm sorry, this is an expired listing.
Corey, so can I help you?
I'm sorry, who did I call?
Corey Till Concrete, can I help you?
I was trying to reach Corey or Katie.
Okay, honey, somebody keeps calling here. Can you tell me what phone number you're calling so I can figure out what is going on?
Well, I dialed 813-469-1203.
1203. I gotta find out why that phone number is to somebody else. That is my cell phone.
I can help you
Okay,
figure that out.
No, honey. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I can help you figure that out.
You can. Okay.
So everybody that's calling as local realtors or real estate teams about a property in Tampa that was listed for sale, this phone number is attached to that property because it has either something to do with the owners of the property, or maybe you had this number. Maybe it was the previous owner's number.
Well, we've had this number for years. Yeah, we've
Okay.
had this
Well,
number
do
for
you know Corey or do you know Corey or Katie Consulis?
No, that Corey is my son, but that's not his last name. His last name is Monroe. So no, I don't know who those people are.
Well, either do I. I'm just trying to help you figure out that who's how your number got mixed in, but that's all the information that I have. Okay, we won't call again.
Okay.
On to the next. So we'll just remove that number and continue calling. Give me 1 second here, guys. Just gotta check a message here that I just received. So just so you guys know, I'm going to continue doing these online events. During the week, I'm going to probably do 2 or 3 of them. Some will be free, and some will have a small ticket price. The ticket price for this event was 99 cents. So Facebook has a system used to where we can have free events or online events that are paid. So the paid events, I'm going to start building more content, and then So we'll go over topics like cold calling 101 or matching tone and voice level, different types of specific topics that we'll talk about, or cold calling for sale by owners, and we'll just call for sale by owners that day, or cold calling expired listings, and we'll do expired listing day. And that way we can talk specific about certain topics, and there'll be a lot of value there that I'll drop trade secrets and a lot of tips and hints that will make it worth whatever the amount is that you pay for the ticket. Not only that, any attendee that pays for an event this week, there's a few of you out there, you're going to receive a coaching call with me, half an hour coaching call in regards to prospecting, cold calling, and my areas of expertise. So what I'm saying is make sure that you keep a lookout for that. Again, some will be free and some will have a small fee. However, there will be a lot of value there for the paid events. Okay, let's continue with the calls here. This is a $475,000 expired listing. Let's see if we can get somebody on the phone.
I'm not able to take your call at the moment. Please leave a message and I'll return your call as soon as possible. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Okay. This is a $149,000 for sale by owner.
Have reached the voicemail box of 7274
Okay, on to the next $369,000 for sale by owner.
Hello, this is Christina.
Hey Christina, this is Jeremy with Frank Alberts Realty calling about the property on Harbor Point.
Hi, it's actually under contract right now.
Oh, congratulations, that was quick.
It was quick.
Are you guys set to close and you're pretty confident that it's going to close, or are you open to accepting backup offers?
Well, they're actually doing the inspection right now, so I guess we'll probably know more after that, see how that goes. I could save your number and reach out if for some reason it falls through.
Yeah, please send because you can text this number. That way, if we have a buyer that's interested, we could prepare an offer for you guys.
Okay. What did you say your name was again?
My name's Jeremy, and I'm with Frank Alberts Realty. And if you'd like, I can text you my information to this number.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you.
And so you're also one of the owners of the property, because I just had Michael.
Yeah, I'm his wife.
Gotcha. Well, nice to meet you. Good luck on having that close. You never know what could happen, and if needed, let us know.
Yeah. Okay, wonderful. I will. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. She's like, I'm his wife. Doesn't mean you're one of the owners. That's okay. No big deal at this point. I just wanted to make sure that I was talking to the correct party. So I'll send her a text, and then we'll follow up in a week to see if that property closed. And if not, then we'll open the conversation there. Okay. So that's considered a nurture still. It's not a hot lead. However, it's still a nurture because we're going to follow up and see if there's anything that we could do if that property doesn't get sold. Because you never know what's going to happen with the inspection or other contingencies. So that's just an example of how hot this market is. You know, she just put the property for sale by owner today, and they're already doing an inspection. This is Jeremy over at Frank Alberts Realty calling about the property on Lake Harbor.
Yes.
Is that still available, or did you get it closed already?
No, it's still available. So do you have a potential buyer, or what's just checking the reason for the call?
Well, that's why I was calling, to see if you're working with buyer's agents that have a buyer.
Okay. Yeah, I do need, originally we were looking at going, no agents involved, but I'm not sure that's going to work. We've already had a handful of agents call about buyers that were interested. At the moment, we don't have a protocol, meaning my sisters and I are the lead of the estate process. So I do need to meet. Do me a favor. Give me a text message with your information. I do need to call my sisters and see whether we're going to alter our plan. As I already have another agent who has a buyer interested. But I understand you guys do this for a living, so I need to kind of make some adjustments in our plan of what we're doing. Because at the moment, we weren't going to have any agents involved and try to do it solely ourselves, but I'm not sure it's going to work out.
So just so you know, we don't have a buyer specifically for the property yet. My job is to gather information for the team. And just so you know as well, unfortunately, some people in our market aren't very ethical, and they will say they do have a buyer when they possibly don't. So just make sure you're doing your homework on other buyers or agents that are calling.
I appreciate that feedback. Yeah, and we had a couple. The reason why we're going this pathway, we've actually had 4. My mom has been passed away several months ago, so there's several people in the community that know it was going to go on the market. So there's already a handful of people that are renting the place are interested in buying it. So we've got maybe this will be a fairly quick sale. And it still might be, but if it's not, obviously, we have people who have real estate agents that they're working through, and we need to, handle that process.
Yep, totally understand. And your first name?
John.
Okay, because I just had Marilyn. That must be your mother.
Yeah, Marilyn's my mom. I'm the son, and I'm the executor of the estate process. So
You'll have a text from me when we get off the phone. It let me know after you talk to your sister, and then if we have a buyer who's interested, we will reach out.
all right, perfect. Sounds good. Thank you.
So we'll call back in a week to see if there's anything we can do, and then we'll send them that text message and just move on to the next. Real simple. So we'll put them in for a call back in a week and just move on to the next. That's just considered a buyer only. There's not really a lead there. Because we didn't really talk much about that. That's going to be for the next conversation when we speak to him again. And then I'll open it up to see if they're open to listing it as well. Okay, I just made my notes and we'll just move on to the next. For sale by owner, 270,000.
Hey, thank you for calling us at Resort Magazine. We appreciate your interest. Sorry we're not available at the minute. We will get back to you as soon as possible. We appreciate that your time is valuable. Thank you again, and have an amazing day.
At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
So far, guys, we've made 23 calls, had about 4 or 5 conversations, created 1 warm lead.
Hello, this is Crystal.
Hey, Crystal, this is Jeremy with Frank Albert's Realty.
Yes.
Reaching out about the property on Bradford Hill. Is that still available, or did you get it sold?
Well, we got it sold in 2 hours after posting it.
That's why I ask, his market is super hot.
It is hot. We were rather shocked. So we got a really nice offer, and it's solid, pretty solid. So thank you so much.
Are you accepting backup offers?
I have one backup offer that's very solid. Although you can be as confident as you want
Yep.
on offers, right, and everything going through. But the first offer is almost completely cash offer. So
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You have my number. If it falls through, let us know. We'll let you know if we have a buyer down the line. Thank you for your time. All right, guys. So that's the second one in this call session that it's already sold the same day they put it online. So as long as these properties are priced right and the condition is fair, they're going to sell quick. There's investors out there that are grabbing these things up like hotcakes. Literally. But what that tells me, mindset guys, what that tells me is that we're on the right track, okay? We're having conversations. People are telling us it's sold. So we're looking for the people that haven't sold it yet, that would consider working with an agent at some point if they don't get it sold. We're looking for that type of lead, and then at that point, like Charles earlier, we'll get their information and we'll create a follow-up process, or in some cases, we'll go in and set the appointment. It's about coming up on 8:30. Okay. Gonna be dialing for about 15 more minutes. For those of you that have joined, quite a few of you have, I do appreciate you tuning in. And for all paid attendees that paid for this, we will be scheduling a coaching call over the next couple of days to establish that side of things, to see how I could help you in regards to your prospecting and your cold calling for your business. By the way, tomorrow we're going to be doing a live coaching call. One of my followers has been following me for quite some time. He's a new agent, and before he started following me, he was just very timid when it comes to making cold calls. I showed him that this is something fun to do and it's something that I look forward to. Since then, he's really taken what he's learned from me and brought it right to the phone. He's already been setting appointments for himself, and it won't be long before he's creating listings. And I'm not saying that I have all the credit, but before he tuned in, and I'll share his review with you guys, he just wouldn't get on the phones. He was looking for other avenues, which is fine. He just didn't have it in him to, go in there and do cold calls. But I'm happy to say that he's been following me, and he's really taken he's going in there and cold calling every single day. And as a newer agent, that's really what you need to do. Instead of sitting back and waiting for business, you pick up the phone and you create the business, guys. What's the worst they're going to do? Is hang up on you? Cuss you out? Who cares? You just move on to the next. When I get hung up on and people tell me they're not interested, even when they cuss me out and they're rude, I love that, because that means I'm doing my job, and I know that I have to go through the no's to find the yeses. There's a certain amount of no's that I'm going to receive in order to get the yeses. So I'm like, okay, great, that's one out of the way. And we just move on to the next. Okay, Let's move on to the next. This is a $268,000 for sale by owner. And again, these are brand new ones that just went on the market today. Later in the day, I'll call stuff that's a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks old. So there's a different mindset for these folks. But these are people that just put their property online for sale by owner. So with the market being so hot, as long as it's priced right, it's going to sell, whether it's with us or with them doing it on their own. So that's the mindset that I need to remember when I'm going into these calls, the type of people that I'm calling.
you've reached is currently unavailable. Please speak clearly. Your voicemail is being transcribed by email.
Okay, this is a canceled listing. So these are from yesterday, leads that came off the market or put on the market yesterday.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. If you guys are just tuning in, please answer the questions that are on the cards there. And there's a link that you'll see to my cold calling group. Cold calling isn't dead. Love to have you be part of the group. Right now there's 162 members. Once we reach 300 members, I'm going to change it from a public group to a closed group. So we should try to get in now before it becomes a private group. And just so you know, making these videos and doing what I do for you guys, it's not a requirement for cold calling, and I'm not great at it. However, I do this to be able to help you guys get better and to show you some of the stuff that would be involved if you were to hire me as your team to make cold calls, or if we were to do some coaching and training, consulting type stuff.
Hello?
Yes, VJ?
Yes?
Jeremy calling you from Frank Albert's Realty about your property on Bridge Street. What happened?
Nothing. I mean, it's listed. So, yeah, nothing happened. It's listed here.
Oh, you put it back on the market with Gary?
No, with another agent here.
I guess that's what happened. It didn't sell, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't see it active yet. When do you expect it to be back on?
Maybe tonight or tomorrow. Yeah.
Who should we reach out to if we have a buyer?
You should read out to
Redfin.
Redfin. Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck on getting it sold. We'll let them know if we have a buyer.
All right.
So he's already listed. He's already hired Redfin to do the job. Not really the best option, but there's not a lot that we can do because he's already in agreement with another team. That's why we call expired listings, because when they expire, most of the time they're going to relist it, either with us or the competition. So this is another for rent by owner, and it is being managed by HotPads, which is a service that handles rentals, and it was going to go to their call center. I don't want to waste time talking to one of their call center representatives, so I hung up. Oh, there's another one. Again, these are for rent by owners, so we're calling in property managers or landlords.
Please leave your...
Okay. Once again, guys, we are cold calling for real estate listings in the Tampa St. Pete market down in Florida. And right now we're calling for sale by owners, expireds, and for rent by owners. Okay, this is the new lead. This is going to be a for sale by owner, 539,000. Fax machine. Okay, I'm going to transmit a fax. Sorry about that, guys. Hi, this is Jeremy over at Frank Albert's Realty calling for Gerald.
Yes, this is him.
Hey, Gerald, calling about the property that you're selling for sale by owner. Is that available still, or do you already get offers you've accepted?
No offer accepted yet. It's still for sale.
Okay, great. Well, it looks like it's a townhouse condo.
That's correct.
Okay. And just so you know, I needed to gather some information for the team, just for our buyers that we have that are looking in that area. Are you working with buyers agents if they brought you a qualified buyer?
Yes.
Okay, and it looks like you have it at 129,900 right now.
Correct.
Just curious, are you getting calls from interested buyers or mostly realtors and agents bugging you?
Oh, of course, more of the latter, but I do have an interested party supposed to, we'll see how it goes. Do have truly interested, that sounds legit. I've sold several properties, so I've got one that's tentatively a good thing. But anyway, I'm not interested in listing at this time for sure.
That was going to be my follow-up question, not now, but if in the future, at some point, if you can't get it done for the price you want, are you considering listing?
Sure, at some point, but not in the foreseeable future.
Totally understand. Otherwise, you would have done that initially, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So what I'd like to do is two things, if you're okay with that. I'm going to send you an email with our information and then talk to our team. And if we have a buyer, of course, we'll reach out.
Okay, all except for the email. I've got too many people wanting email address, and it's clogging up the computer. It'll be a little bit ridiculous.
So I already have your email, but I won't send you I don't have to send you one, but I already have your email address.
Okay, you can go ahead and send it then.
It's your last
You did
name.
research enough to have it.
Okay. Well, it's the it's your last name O@gmail, right?
Pretty close.
So I have your last name and then the letter O. No, actually, HONHEISERTO@gmail.
There you go. There you go.
So you'll just get one email. I'm not going to send you a bunch of spam. It will just have our some things that we do.
Thank you.
And just so we don't bug you or anything, is there a time frame that you're going to do it on your own before considering listing?
No time frame. I just fill it out and see how it goes. It's not a property that has to sell. My son still uses it occasionally, and that's his primary residence for now. But
Got it. So your son's there, so it's occupied?
I mean, we've got it set up though so that it'll show. It
Gotcha.
doesn't look like somebody's living there.
That's not what I meant, really. I was just curious because our team will ask me, okay, is there somebody living there or if it's vacant? So I'm an assistant here, and I just need to gather info for the team. That's why this call is about, really. So
It could be out in a day. Everything is that they didn't want to be gone.
okay, perfect. Well, Gerald, I'll send you that email. If we have a buyer, we'll let you know. And if for some point down the line you can't get it done on your own, I'd love to set up a time so you can interview us about the listing side as well.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Have a good afternoon. All right, guys. So it's a situation to where he's not going to list right now. However, down the line he may consider that. So I'm going to put him in for a callback once a week. Send him that email and move on to the next. As far as this live event goes, guys, it is about to be 9:45. For those of you, 8:45. For those of you that have joined, I greatly appreciate your attendance. Send me a message so we can create a time for the coaching call. Again, everybody who paid to be in this event will receive a coaching call with me sometime this week. We'll figure it out. And we're going to be doing these events, if not daily, every few days. So make sure you like and follow the page, jmarqeting, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help. Other than that, guys, a couple last days left in September. Push it hard and end the month strong. Have a good day.